Good evening, live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh, coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Argentina in the third leg of the five-nation tour receives warm reception from the Indian community. Bilateral talks with President Javier Milei later today. US President Donald Trump signs into law one big beautiful bill during celebratory 4th of July ceremony at the White House. Trump says he is optimistic of a Gaza ceasefire deal by next week after Hamas says it is ready to start Gaza ceasefire talks immediately. World Bank report says India ranks 4th globally in income equality, says 171 million Indians moved out of poverty in the past decade. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is in Argentina on a two-day visit. Prime Minister Narendra Modi was accorded ceremonial welcome upon arrival at the airport. He will hold talks with the top leadership of the country to review the existing cooperation and explore ways to strengthen ties in important areas. The visit aims to further deepen the multifaceted strategic partnership between India and Argentina. This is the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Argentina in 57 years, marking a new chapter in India-Argentina ties. Upon his arrival in Buenos Aires earlier today, the Indian community extended warm and enthusiastic welcome to Prime Minister. Members of the diaspora gathered at a hotel in the city to greet him with slogans, songs and traditional gestures. Upon Prime Minister Modi's arrival at the hotel, the Indian diaspora showed zeal, chanting "Sare Jahan se Acha, Hindustan Hamara," turning the moment into a colourful celebration of Indian culture abroad. DD India correspondent Arun Sharma gets us a glimpse.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Argentina, and people of Indian diaspora, they have welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And not only that, it is basically the Argentine people, they are also welcoming Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Well, first of all, I have that cultural artist with me who performed in front of Prime Minister Modi. First of all, Anandini, tell us that what sort of cultural art form that you presented in front of Prime Minister Modi?
Namaskar. We presented Odissi, Bharatanatyam and Kathak, and we are super thrilled to have this opportunity, such a blessing, for us to perform in front of him and offer, a very traditional piece, a Mallari, and offering Pushpanjali, sun dance and music.
All right. What did Prime Minister Modi tell you when he met you when you were performing the dance?
I saw him looking at us intently, and then at some point I hear him saying Sabash and praising us. So
you know what Shabash means?
I think it means great work.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm so happy that it went on well, and we had this amazing opportunity to perform. Yeah, so 3 different styles together in Argentina, welcoming the Prime.
This is known as Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat. That means the India coming together. It's one India primarily. These people might be from different states in India, but they are living in Argentina. But today they are saying that we are from India. This is Bharat. And of course, they want to sing some song first of all. Yeah, what was that song?
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्ता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा हम दुल्हन हैं इसके ये गुलसिता हमारा हमारा सारे जहां से अच्छा
सारे जहां से अच्छा Hindustan Hamara. That is what the Indian diaspora in Argentina is saying today when Prime Minister Narendra Modi is here in Argentina. So first of all, sir, you also tell me that you are residing in Argentina. Now as an Argentinian, how are you looking at the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Argentina?
Well, first of all, we are very happy and very elated Modi ji has changed India, and I think our local government has also a lot to learn from Modi ji, and they can bring those changes to Argentina also.
This gentleman is from Maharashtra, and his wife is from Argentina. So yes, this is an ideal case study that how the Indian culture is uniting two countries. So tell me something: is yoga, Ayurveda, is that uniting you people?
Yes, very much so. We met 7 years ago in a yoga ashram together, and she's an excellent yoga teacher, and she teaches physical yoga, a bit of philosophy. I teach philosophy of yoga and mantras, and I sing myself. And yoga is something which is uniting the two countries together.
The Indian diaspora are really excited to meet Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and of course this visit of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to give a major push to people-to-people ties as well as far as the India-Argentina relations are concerned. With camera person Vinay, Arun Sharma, Doordarshan News, Argentina.
Modi, 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 Modi.
In a historic diplomatic outreach, Prime Minister Modi is on a two-day visit to Argentina. From strategic minerals to digital healthcare and innovation, the visit is expected to open new chapters in India-Argentina relations. Let's take a look at this report by our correspondent Arun Sharma.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Argentina marks a historic moment, the first bilateral visit by an Indian Prime Minister in 57 years.
प्रधानमंत्री का यहाँ आना अपने में ही एक संवाद है जो कि बता रहा है कि हमारा रिश्ता अर्जेंटीना से कितना महत्वपूर्ण है। हमारा रिश्ता अर्जेंटीना के साथ मल्टी फेसेटेड है। सभी तरह के कार्यों में हम इनके साथ एक रिश्ता रखते हैं।
During this landmark visit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will hold in-depth discussions with President Javier Milei aimed at boosting cooperation across key areas to improve economic linkages, especially in futuristic sectors such as technology and innovation.
The Prime Minister's visit to Argentina comes at a particularly significant time as Argentina is undertaking major economic reforms, somewhat similar to those India went through in the past. Both leaders will, of course, discuss subjects of economic and trade interest to further strengthen bilateral relations.
India-Argentina diplomatic relations elevated to strategic partnership in 2019. Argentina's rich reserves of rare earth elements complements India's growing need for clean energy transition. Argentina is part of world's lithium triangle along with Chile and Bolivia. With India pushing for clean energy, Argentina is becoming an important partner in this sector. Argentina holds the world's second largest shale gas reserves and the fourth largest shale oil reserves. India's telemedicine and digital healthcare solutions can help Argentina expand medical access. India's progress in defense, space, IT, and digital public infrastructure offers valuable expertise and opportunities for Argentina.
India is a country that has been growing economically so much, especially since you adopted the reforms opening the economy and adopting the rules of the market economy and open economies, and especially in this decade under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi.
During his visit to Argentina, Prime Minister Modi will also pay tributes to General José de San Martin, Argentina's national hero and liberator. This gesture reflects India's respect for shared values of freedom and national pride. It also signals New Delhi's intent to build deeper cultural bridges with Latin America, starting with one of its most iconic figures.
From lithium to digital public infrastructure, India's rising ambition for green energy complements with Argentina's resources and reforms. Both the nations eye greener energy, better trade ties, and of course, deepening security ties as well. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Argentina is more than a bilateral. It's a sign that Global South is coming together to make a better future, and India and Argentina are emerging partners in the changing world. With camera person KK Rana, Arun Sharma, Doordarshan News, Argentina.
On America's 249th birthday on 4th of July, US President Donald Trump signed what he called the One Big Beautiful Bill, a tax and spending package that could reshape the American policy for years, although it's also facing fierce opposition from both Democrats and some in Trump's own party. More about this bill and what happened in the next report.
At a grand Independence Day ceremony in Washington with First Lady Melania Trump by his side, US President Donald Trump brushed aside criticism on the 4th of July. The pomp was unmistakable. A B-2 stealth bomber flyover fighter jets against that dramatic backdrop. The US President declared,
"What we've done is put everything into one bill. It's never happened before. It's the biggest bill of its type in history."
Flanked by Republican lawmakers, Donald Trump signed the massive bill that delivers on key campaign promises. But the cost? An estimated $3.4 trillion added to the national deficit over 10 years. The bill also brings the largest cuts to Medicaid since it began in the 1960s. Analysts say up to 17 million Americans could lose coverage, with rural hospitals especially hard hit. Despite its passage, the bill has deeply divided Republicans. It scraped through the House by just 4 votes, 218 to 214. GOP Speaker Mike Johnson rallied last-minute holdouts, earning a public thank you from Trump. Even former ally Elon Musk opposed the measure, calling it fiscally reckless. The signing of the bill caps 2 weeks of wins for Trump, including a Supreme Court ruling limiting judges' ability to block his policies, a NATO spending deal, and a ceasefire between Iran and Israel following what Trump described as flawless US airstrikes. Democrats say the bill is a massive wealth shift from the poorest Americans to the richest, and they're betting on public anger to help flip the House in 2026. For now, Trump celebrates a legislative victory. However, the battle lines are already being drawn, with 2026 midterms looming. Antra Sinha for DD India.
Happy 4th of July.
Moving on, Hamas has said it has responded positively to US-brokered Gaza ceasefire proposal and was ready to start talks immediately, signaling a potential breakthrough in the Israel-Hamas conflict, which is now in its 21st month. The announcement came after it held consultations with other Palestinian factions and before a visit by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to Washington, D.C. on Monday, where President Donald Trump is pushing to end the conflict. Hamas ally Islamic Jihad said it supported ceasefire talks but demanded guarantees that Israel will not resume its aggression once hostages held in Gaza are freed. 2 previous ceasefires, brokered by Qatar, Egypt and the United States, have seen temporary halts in fighting, coupled with the return of Israeli hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. US President Donald Trump has expressed optimism that Gaza ceasefire deal could happen by next week, after Hamas said it responded in a positive spirit to the American-brokered ceasefire proposal.
They said they gave me a positive response? Well, that's good. I mean, I've heard that, but they haven't briefed me on it yet. I think they're going to be positive about it. We have to get it over with. Hamas we have to get it over with. We have to do something about Gaza. We've been doing it. You know, we're sending a lot of aid, a lot of money and a lot of aid. Otherwise, you'll have people in big, big trouble. But, yeah, I think it's been very positive, a good response. Yes, please. There could be a Gaza deal next week, yeah. How optimistic are you? I'm very optimistic.
Meanwhile, in a diplomatic push for peace in West Asia, French President Emmanuel Macron and Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim have once again urged an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. This comes as Macron welcomed Ibrahim to Paris on Friday, deepening discussions that echo their earlier calls to end the escalating conflict.
Our 2 countries demand more than ever an agreement on an immediate and permanent ceasefire, the release of the hostages and unhindered access to the humanitarian aid so desperately needed in Gaza. I commend the efforts of the mediators and call for the swift conclusion of the agreement now on the table.
Still to come on this edition of DD India Live. We'll talk about the importance of International Day of Cooperatives.
We often think that water crises are natural disasters or triggered by them, But what if? The truth is that we contribute heavily to this problem. Let's take a look how best can we navigate them.
We're kind of like doctors for lakes. For small, shallow, pond-like urban lakes, the Shefazay method is a good fit.
Of course, the poverty challenge that the children are facing, which is they could not overcome by themselves. It needs various collaboration.
Initially, we have taken a pilot project of 1.5 kilometers from both the sides of this bridge. Initial work was only cleaning of all the dumped garbage. We have removed almost more than 1,000 trucks of garbage from this place.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. India's Home Minister Amit Shah laid the foundation stone of the country's first national-level cooperative university, Tribhuvan Sahakari University in India's western state of Gujarat on Saturday. The event marks a historic step towards institutionalizing education and research in the cooperative space. The establishment of Tribhuvan Sahakari University is being hailed as a forward-looking initiative aimed at transforming India's cooperative landscape. Lauding the university, Home Minister Shah said the university will do work like policy making, data analysis, cooperative development strategy and research in the sector.
ये यूनिवर्सिटी कोऑपरेटिव में नीति निर्माण का काम करेगी, डेटा विश्लेषण का काम करेगी, 5 साल, 10 साल और 25 साल की देश भर के कोऑपरेटिव के विकास की रणनीति करने का काम करेगी। अनुसंधान को भी इस यूनिवर्सिटी के साथ जोड़ा गया है और सबसे बड़ी बात है, ये यूनिवर्सिटी सिर्फ सहकारी कर्मचारी पैदा नहीं करेगी, यहां से त्रिभुवन भाई जैसे समर्पित सहकारी नेता भी पढ़ लिख कर सहकारिता क्षेत्र की नेतृत्व करेंगे।
On the first Saturday of July every year, the world comes together to celebrate International Day of Cooperatives. This year, it carries even more significance, marking the United Nations International Year of Cooperatives 2025. The theme, Cooperatives Driving Inclusive and Sustainable Solutions for a Better World. India, with its deep-rooted cooperative traditions, is poised to take center stage in this global movement. Take a look at this special report.
Celebrated globally since 1923 and officially recognized by the UN since 1995, Coops Day is a moment to acknowledge the impact of cooperatives across sectors, from agriculture and finance to health, education, energy, and retail. This year, the celebration aligns with two major global forums, the Second World Summit for Social Development and the UN High-Level Political Forum, both pushing the agenda of inclusive, sustainable growth. India's cooperative journey has received a fresh impetus under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. With the mantra of Sahkar se Samriddhi, prosperity through cooperation, India has reignited its grassroots cooperative movement.
मैं यूनाइटेड नेशंस को भी साल 2025 को इंटरनेशनल ईयर ऑफ कोऑपरेटिव्स घोषित करने के लिए बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूं। साथियों, दुनिया के लिए कोऑपरेटिव्स एक मॉडल है, लेकिन भारत के लिए कोऑपरेटिव्स संस्कृति का आधार है, जीवन शैली है।
Over the last 3 years, the government has undertaken significant reforms. Nearly 2 lakh new primary agricultural credit societies are being set up to ensure no village remains untouched by the cooperative network. The Ministry of Cooperation, established in 2021, has laid a robust legal and institutional framework. Modernization, digitization, and economic viability of cooperatives are being prioritized, with initiatives aimed at market linkages, financial access, and technology adoption. India is also investing in human capital for the cooperative sector. 3 new national level cooperative bodies have been formed to enhance farmers' access to both domestic and global markets, strengthening the rural economy and boosting income generation. As the world marks Coops Day 2025 and the global community reflects on cooperative values, India stands ready to lead by example with bold reforms, new institutions, and a renewed commitment to inclusive growth. Bureau Report, DD India.
Talk about cooperatives. Joining me now from Anand, Gujarat is Dr. Subhakant Mohanty, Director of India's Apex Institute dealing with cooperatives, Vaikunth Mehta National Institute of Cooperative Management based in Pune. Dr. Mohanty, good evening and welcome. What is the significance of United Nations International Year of Cooperatives 2025 for India and the world? And if you can help us simplify, what role do cooperatives play in building resilient and equitable communities?
Good evening. This is a historic moment indeed for the country as Honorable Prime Minister's Vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, which focuses upon youth, poor, marginalized women and farmers, and to make India a complete developed country. Cooperative has significant role to play and which has been getting augmented under the leadership and initiative of Honorable Ministry of Cooperation Amit Shahji. And Sarkar Se Samriddhi focusing on all areas such as fishery, dairy, agriculture, housing, consumer, credit, worker, urban cooperatives, transport cooperatives. These are the things significantly going to affect and impact the national economy, and it will uplift those poor and marginalized sections who are there in the rural areas. So in a way that it is significantly going to contribute to the employment, self-sustainable employment, and second, to the national economy. So that is what it matters to the country and the economy. As on day today, so India has more than 25% of world's cooperative, but close to 30 lakhs of of the cooperatives are there, and close to 30 crore people are actually there, the members they are involved directly in that. But what we need to know now, actually, we need to have a university which can really offer a comprehensive, integrated institutional system to educate and training the cooperative, training for the people in the cooperative sector. So that is what exactly we have a demand, first of all. The training for PACs to apex bodies. We have close to the demand of 12 lakhs in 5 years, fishery and dairy and PACs in this sector. Also, we have the trained manpower, close to 1 lakh they are retiring every year. So that is the reason in India, Prime Minister and Honorable Minister of Cooperation, Amit Shahji, whatever the steps he has taken, it is timely indeed, and it is significantly going to contribute to the national economy.
Okay. The Modi government created the Ministry of Cooperation in 2021. I mean, your assessment, how well has it been able to articulate and address the concerns of cooperatives in India?
We have, in fact, some of the amendments been made, and this is where all the gaps have been eliminated. And this is in consultation with the RBI, NABARD, RCS, NDDBs, all NCDFI, National Cooperative Federations, NCUI, IFCO, CRIPCO, NAFED, NCDC, AMUL, GCMF, NFCC, all those institutions have collaborated together to eliminate all the gaps. And that is where the development has started, and the new rules, regulation, policies, the bylaws, that is significantly going to help in the functionalities of the cooperatives.
Right, and you told us about the manner in which India is home to highest number of cooperatives in the world. It's been home to many success stories as well. AMUL being one example that most of us are familiar with.
Well, you know that AMUL is there, IFCO is there, CRIPCO is there. There are many. However, we want the best and the biggest. So, keeping those things in mind, we need some more manpower and trained manpower. That is the reason TSU has come, and I'm sure that we are going to train most of the people, and it is going to be a hub and spoke model. So TSU is going to be the hub, and all those states, they have RICMs, Regional Institute of Cooperative Management, or ICMs, Institute of Cooperative Management. That is where they are going to impart the training, different training programs, either in the fishery, dairy, agriculture, all areas. So I'm sure that it is going to be highly beneficial for the country, I guess.
And Dr. Mohanty, with new challenges to traditional economic models such as cooperatives, what would you say are the headwinds that cooperatives in India and the world can prepare for? And what role will evolving technology play in going forward?
I just missed it. Could you please just repeat that?
Yes, I'm talking about the manner in which the challenges that are posed to traditional economic models like cooperatives. What do you see as the key challenges and opportunities ahead for India and the world for cooperatives, and the role of technology, if you could highlight in particular?
Well, we are now, it's just not the traditional technology that what we have used in the past. Now we are going to, as you must have seen, that Honorable Minister has told that it is going to be extensively going to use technology, artificial intelligence and, the machine learning for data analysis, sort of research, and which would give impetus that traditional way of what we used to do in the past is no more going to be in the future.
There, Dr. Subhakanta Mohanty, many thanks for joining us on TD India and sharing your perspective.
Thank you.
India is not only the world's fourth largest economy, it is also one of the most equal societies today. As per the latest World Bank data that has come in, India's index stands at 25.5, making it the fourth most equal country in the world after Slovak Republic, Slovenia and Belarus. The achievement reflects India's consistent focus on reducing poverty, expanding financial inclusion and delivering targeted welfare through initiatives such as Jan Dhan Yojana, direct benefit transfers, Ayushman Bharat. Over the past decade, 171 million Indians have been lifted out of extreme poverty, with the poverty rate falling sharply from 16.2% in 2011 to 12 to just 2.3% in 2022-23, based on the $2.15 per day threshold. The 16th toy-based international B2B exhibition is being held in New Delhi's Bharat Mandapam from 4th to 7th July, with over 400 Indian brands exhibiting their innovations. Organized every year by the Toy Association of India, the expo has evolved into South Asia's premier B2B trade show for toys and games. Detailed report by Abhishek Mahajan.
Over 350 Indian toy manufacturers have come together under one roof for Toybiz, showcasing their latest creations from traditional wooden toys to cutting-edge games, all proudly made in India. A large number of foreign buyers are expected to participate in this mega event.
About more than 50 countries, the registration is done for the foreign buyers. Number is more than 125. So this is the first time in the history for toy industry we have invited more than 50 countries buyer. They are looking at the toys and they are surprised that we are displaying a good quality product with the good packaging and competitive price.
This exhibition is a testament to India's growing manufacturing capabilities as country is setting new standards and a wide market.
PM Modi had in October 2020 edition of Man Ki Baat, he has emphasized the role of toys, and in 2014 itself he said to be vocal for local. Nobody understood this at that time, and today we are a good player in international arena.
Backed by Make in India initiative, the Indian toy industry has seen a remarkable transformation in recent years, with exports increasing and imports dropping by nearly 70% since 2014. India's toy industry, once heavily dependent on imports, is now manufacturing domestically and exporting to 153 countries.
Design, packaging and branding, ये तीन विषयों के ऊपर अगर हमने सबने फोकस किया तो मैं समझता हूं कि आगे चल के the world will be our market.
Now hailed as South Asia's premier B2B trade show for toys and games, Toybiz has become a powerful platform connecting Indian manufacturers with global buyers, promoting not just commerce but culture too.
it's a B2B exhibition, so we are getting along with a lot of customers who wants us to manufacture for them. So like a lot of OEM orders from big brands from all over the world, and we are also getting people who come and like who want to take toys to Singapore, Dubai, Hong Kong, and get things manufactured specifically from India.
This is a major shift from the 12th edition of the exhibition held in 2019, wherein of 116 stalls, 90 stalls exhibited only imported toys. Abhishek Mahajan's report, DD India.
And with that, we conclude this edition of DD India Live. Namaskar.